Let's look at how democracy dies. Often, the official possessors of power aren't really those who exercise it. This is the concept of shadow polities, and you have 5 main types. First, plutocracy, which is when the wealthy seek to subvert a constitution that doesn't yet give them the power they desire. And since all things obey money, all societies must constantly be on guard against this. Think about how lobbying requires money. So this undermines the heart of democracy. Kritocracy is when judges legislate while pretending to merely interpret law. This happens when the outlook of the intellectual elite becomes too far removed from that of the people who elected them. Law, in other words, is not downstream of culture. Bureaucracy is when civil servants get unofficial power. Small rules governing transactions become too burdensome. They are no longer servants and they're no longer civil. Pornocracy, literally rule by harlots, occurs when the exercise of power is corrupted by lust. Like plutocracy, it's a constant danger. Plato said the tyrant is a man governed most of all by lust, and the city is the soul of the ruler writ large. Theocracy is rule by men who possess the means of mass communication. Frequent repetition causes the masses to believe whatever these men want them to, no matter how absurd. Repeat after me. Trans women are real women. Trans women are real women. And the different forms of shadow polity can all coexist. Rule by the wealthy, rule by judges, rule by civil servants, rule by lust, rule by the media. And perhaps they do all coexist today. Edward Bernays described manipulating mass opinion as the engineering of consent. Here's how his book Propaganda begins. The conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country. We are governed, our minds molded, our tastes formed, our ideas suggested, largely by men we have never heard of. In almost every act of our daily lives, whether in the sphere of politics or business, in our social conduct or our ethical thinking, we are dominated by the relatively small number of persons who understand the mental processes and social patterns of the masses. It is they who pull the wires which control the public mind. He was the nephew of Sigmund Freud and the great uncle of the co-founder of Netflix, Mark Bernays Randolph. Degeneracy of the highest order. And if you don't want to be a degenerate, subscribe.